Jerry, it started off as a normal day, but quickly turned into anything but. A day hard to erase from memory. September 11th, 2001.
That certainly is the case, both professionally and personally, for the man who was the vice commander of the 174th Fighter Wing on 9/11. News Channel 9's Ira St. Moran spoke to him about that day and the daunting responsibility he was tasked with.
Telescoping.
Before retiring, Colonel Tony Basil spent a lot of time in an F-16 like this one.
So here's the gun right here. It's a 6-barrel Gatling gun, 20 millimeter, fires 6,000 rounds per minute.
Basil served in the military for 3 decades. He flew in Desert Storm. In 2001, he was the vice commander of the 174th Fighter Wing. That year, on the morning of September 11th,
we actually had most of our aircraft pilots and maintainers were deployed to Saudi Arabia, enforcing the no-fly zone in southern Iraq. So we had a very limited flight schedule going on here. It was just kind of a normal day.
That all quickly changed when an administrative assistant had him and his wing commander watch the news.
With not a cloud in the sky, and both of us being pilots wondering how could that happen. And then we saw the second aircraft hit the building, the other building.
He got ready for whatever he would be tasked with, the situation becoming personal.
My wife was flight attendant at the time, so I had just put her on an airplane to go to work. She commuted to Detroit for work with Northwest Airlines. So I'm watching airplanes hit buildings. It was pretty chaotic.
The airspace had been closed. Then he gets a call about another plane heading toward the Capitol. His team's job, intercepted.
As it turned out, by the time we got airborne, that airplane had already hit the ground.
The 174th's job was to enforce the no-fly zone, utilizing all their aircraft. Then they were given 2 more aircraft. Basil was one of 2 pilots left.
We flew the jets up to Fort Drum, tried to burn down as much gas as we could, and I told the maintainers at Fort Drum, don't put any gas in it, just load them with missiles. We're going to run back and put them back on status, and then I'm going home and get some rest.
Minutes after takeoff, in an F-16, the defense sector gives him a target.
They had seen a small aircraft flying circles around the nuke plants in Oswego. And I remember my first thought was, geez, I wish I'd put some gas in this thing.
Amid the day's chaos, an update on his wife.
They had only gotten as far as Buffalo. And she called me and said, do you know what's going on? I said, yeah, I know what's going on. Here's what's going on, and I'm a little busy. I'm so glad that you're on the ground, but I need to get back to work now. So at least that part of the stress was off of me by then.
Now 20 years have passed. The hardest part for him that fateful day?
Watching those towers come down. You can see it still affects us. You know, I was born and raised in Syracuse. I went to school in New York City. I was at those towers all the time through my college years. Knowing the impact, what was happening, that was the hardest part. It still is.
And always will be. He's most proud of
wearing a uniform for 31 years.
And we are beyond grateful you wore it too. Iris St. Moran, News Channel 9.